Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching the Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm going to try and give you 5 tips for the question which I get asked the most, that is how to choose books. So without any further ado, I'll give you the 5 tips which I follow and they have helped me a lot in order to pick up good books and keep on reading them. Tip number 1, find your genre. Now this is a very simple yet very effective tip because the genre which you read is going to impact the amount of books that you're reading and the good books that you're going to read in a very good scale, because many people just pick up random books and end up not liking them. This is the main mistake. So you have to find your genre. In order to do this, just sit and think what genre of or kind of movies and series that you'd like to see and what kind of things you enjoy watching. The things which fit in this category will mostly be the genre of books which you like reading also. So if you're a person who likes reading or watching science fiction movies, then most probably you'll like reading science fiction books. If you're a person who likes to sit and watch nice art films and commercial films, then you'd mostly like contemporary books. It's just by using this single technique that you'll end up picking up the right books for you. Tip number 2 is a follow-up for the first step. Now you found what is the genre which you will like the most. The second thing which you have to do is find some of the famous books within that particular genre. And if you want to get an idea of the book before starting to read or getting into reading, you have to do one thing. Just look out for one single review and listen to it or read it alone. Don't go for multiple reviews, because most of the famous books out there have very much hyped up reviews, and there's a great chance that you might go in with a lot of high expectations and they might not get settled, and you might not end up liking the book as much as you wanted to, and you will not pick up books further on. So always find your genre, search and find some very famous books within the genre, read or listen to a single review in about that book, and just go and start reading. There's a very great chance that you will end up liking that book and you will also pick up more. The third tip is a continuation of the second tip. Now I told you to find your genre and find some very famous books within that genre and read them. Now the third step is that if you end up liking a single book within that genre, try to find stories which have the same kind of elements with them. That is, if you're reading a book with a lot of warfare and excellent battles in it, try to find more books which have a lot of battle scenes and battle plots going on in the book. There is a high chance that you will end up liking the other books also, because they are so much similar to this one. There is also another way in which you can find similar books, that is by searching for books by the same author. Now if you finish reading a book, try to look for books that the other books that are written by the author. There is a very big chance that most authors have the same style of writing in all their books, and the tone of those books might also be similar in many aspects. So you will end up liking those stories also, and you will pick up more books. The next 2 tips that I'm going to suggest today are totally separate tips. You can follow them in any order. They'll not affect the first 3 ones which I spoke, but in order to follow the first 3, you have to follow them in the order that I said. But these 2 you can follow in any which way, because they are not going to affect any other thing in any way. Now the fourth tip is that you need to pick up short books first, because there's a very big chance that when you're picking up random books, there's a huge opportunity that you will not end up liking the story, because it was not something which you got into intentionally. You just got it just for the sake of getting it. If you are lucky enough, you might end up getting stories that might resonate with you, that might connect with you, that you might like a lot. But the vast majority of chances that you will not get stories which will inspire you or make you read more and choose more good books. And in order to avoid wasting time by not finishing a book or not liking a book after reading it, you'll have to pick up short books, because you'll not be spending a lot of time within them. And also if you're not experiencing something good within the book, it will not be stretched out for a long amount of time. It will be over within the few amount of pages that you're reading the book. The last tip that I'm going to suggest today might sound a bit selfish, but I'm saying this because this is the most effective of all the 5 tips that I'm giving today. It is to follow bookstagrammers, booktubers, and book reviewers online everywhere. This is because this might sound a bit selfish. That is, you might think that I'm telling you this in order to get more views and subscribers, in order to widen the scope of my channel and other booktube channels. But it is not that. I also thought the same while hearing other booktubers say this, because booktube is such a small niche and there are not many people who are subscribed and watch this. And I'm saying this because while you watch a booktuber speaking about a book, there's a very big chance that he or she might have read that book as a whole, and they are speaking about their experiences of the book. If the booktubers community, booktuber, bookstagrammer, or book reviewers personality matches with that of yours, and or if you end up liking the way that they carry everything that they do, or how they speak about the books, there's a very great chance that you might also like the book. The other advantage about following bookstagrammers and booktubers is that you need not spend time like an hour or two to sit and research about a book. You can just sit down and watch a 10-minute video, or you can just sit down and read for like 5 to 10 minutes of an Instagram post and understand and decide whether that book is suitable for you or not. I've found this the most helpful to me, and I always go for booktube when it comes to book recommendations and to choosing good books. It has helped me the most, and I'd highly suggest you to do that because it is the most effective of all the tips. So those were my top 5 tips in order to choose good books. If you do have any more tips which might be useful, do let them in the comments below, because we'd like to get more tips in order to choose books that are right for us and experience good stories. If you did find this video informative and interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.